Widebanding my Yaesu FT2D ahead of my trip to the USA. Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. So, I'm about to do something, well, I'm not sure whether this is brave or foolish or a bit of both. So, you know I'm going to America and I want to take this with me. Now, the problem is this is only configured for Region 1, which is UK and Europe for the most part. So it won't transmit on the frequencies in the United States that are on the 2-meter band and 70 centimeter band. In order to get around that little issue, got to take this resistor out. And then there's some other things that have to be done. But that resistor is the first thing that has to come out. And bearing in mind this is a £300 handheld, I'm feeling a bit wary about doing this. Now, the first thing you'd have to do if you want to do this yourself, obviously I would advise not doing it unless you're really confident, is take out the rubber cap, because there's a rubber cap that covers that hole. Now, all you really need to do is use a soldering iron to slide that resistor off. Well, that's the theory behind this, and here goes nothing. Here goes nothing. See if I can get that off. Oop. I think it's off. It appears that it's still hanging on for dear life in there. Oh no, it's out. It's out. It's a 0-ohm link, but I have now removed that 0-ohm link. I've got to make sure that it's all clear in there first before I continue. So there's no solder bridging anything in there. That's not going to work out well when I come to do the next bit. Right. So if I have a look at that, it doesn't look as though there's any solder bridging anything in there. I'll let you guys be the judge of that as well. I'd say maybe just give it a bit more of a quick. Let's clean up my iron a bit first. If I can do that, remove that solder. That's it. That's it now removed. Okay, let's bring that back in. Focus. Let's do a bit of a zoom in. I think that should be okay. So I'm going to go grab the battery and I'm going to do the next part. Okay, so now it's time to put the battery back in. So first thing I need to do, make sure there's no loose bits of solder. Make sure there's no loose bits in that hole either, because I don't want anything shorting out. And plug the rubber cap back on. That's the rubber cap now on. So, to the casual observer, this radio is, well, maybe not untouched, but no one knows I've been in there. And if you want to get that done by somebody else, they do charge money for that. And it's just a case of just removing that resistor and following the next procedure, which I will tell you what that is. Okay, so you've now got to reset the microprocessor in the radio, because this is microprocessor controlled. Turning on the radio while holding down the back display and band button at the same time. So that's the 3 buttons on the front here. So I've got to, well, press all 3 of those together whilst turning the radio on. So it's that, and power. All reset. Okay. Now it's asking for my call sign. So I'll need to do that. Okay, so we know what my call sign is. Hopefully that's put my call sign in. Now it's come up 145 and 433, so little test I'm going to do. There we go. That's now transmitting out of band. Modification complete. I'll actually go and demonstrate that. I'll just go get another radio. Right, so here we go with the test. So I brought in this Silvercrest PMR446. By the way, I must point out this isn't technically legal, though this is just for demonstration purposes, so don't do what I'm doing. So this is just to prove a point. So 446-00625, channel 1, PMR446, key up. It's transmitting out of band. Modification is complete. It's just as simple as removing that resistor, doing an all reset of the radio, and that should be it, job done. Now all I've got to do is restore this radio back to how I had it. So I should have a backup on an SD card. So first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to go into the SD card, backup. So I want to read from the SD card. Hopefully it'll let me do this. Oh. Not sure if it did. There we go. See if it'll let me do it. Okay. So seems okay. Seems to have restored everything. So it's got one more job to do. SD card again. Let's just check. Not completed. Okay. Okay, that's fine. So that's read that back. But come out of that. So if I go back into there again, see if it'll let me do this again. Not completed. It's obviously not allowing me to restore the backup of the radio's configuration from before I modified it. But that's not a problem because I can set that up anyway. Oh, getting reception on PMR446 channel 1. So this radio can now transmit on PMR446, which is actually part of the 70 centimetre band in the United States and other Region 2 countries. It'll transmit across pretty much 2 meters in that area as well. So that's ready for its trip across the pond. So I've also having a look at Meshtastic. If you've had a look at my latest post, we can blame Andy Kirby for that. He's put a lot of videos up on that and I've been watching them. Thank you, Andy. You've got me interested in something. Right, so anyway, I will get this one up and just not working at the moment, so I'm just waiting for something from Amazon. Anyway, 7.3 for now. I'll catch you the next one. This was nice, short and sweet because all I had to do was modify this. And it's done. It only took me about 5 minutes maybe. The video I think is a bit longer than that though. Anyway, 7.3 for now.